Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allie, and welcome to a weekly vlog. I love the concept of a weekly vlog because it allows me to be as casual as I want, but it also motivates me to read as much as possible because, I want to make this interesting. This week, I do have a sort of goal slash theme of the books that I want to read. I would like to read some book club books. It is September 22nd, so I still have some room here. I don't know that I will finish all of these, but these are the ones I'm going to attempt. The God of the Woods by Liz Moore, because I'm in a book club discussion for this book on the Literally Dead book club. Bright I Burn, a novel by Molly Aitken. This is a book club pick for September for the Bellatrix book club, which I've been following for a long time. We have The Hypocrite by Jo Hamya. I believe this is literary fiction, and it's for the Tea Time Pictures book club, which is Dakota Johnson's book club. And then We Used to Live Here, a novel by Marcus Klewer. This is the book troupe run by Gabby. This is a September pick, and I am so excited to read it because I've been hearing the most interesting things about this book. So there we go. I need to turn the fan on. I'm getting warm. Okay, let's get through this. Other things happening this week. Boring shit. I'm working. I'm pointing to my desk right now. You can't see that. I'll be hanging my new curtains up, grocery shopping, just, riveting things happening here. I did get a new blush. I kind of want to try it out. I've been seeing on TikTok red blush is having its moment, and I am a believer. I used to use orange blush exclusively in 2016, and it looks so good on my skin. It made it look pink. Something to do with my skin tone. I don't know. So I'm very curious about red. I just bought this randomly online. It was cheap. So we'll see if it works, but look how cute this packaging is. Ooh, there's a little film on the mirror. Let's take it off. It's like a jelly kind of. Oh my gosh. I wish it was acceptable. I bet if I lived in New York City, I could just go around with this and go for the clown look. I'm sorry, that looks so cute, especially with my shirt. I look like a little jail clown. This is so cute. I love blush. I'm a blush bitch. I use blush as a bronzer. I use a dark pink around my areas. That sounded weird. My goal is just to look sunburned. And this really helps. Oh my God. Okay. I need to stop. Now the question is, which one of these do I read first? Oh, wow. We Used to Live Here has this crazy looking thing. It's kind of giving Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll read the preface. It's interesting. This one is 3 pages. This one is 7 pages. This one is 1 page. So we'll see which one incites a visceral, I need to read this, and then I'll go with that. We'll see. I gotta plug in the fan. Alright, I think I'm gonna go with Bright I Burn, and no one's more surprised than me. But I think because this was really short and punchy, and there was so much promise for violence and also fantasy, just in that 1 page, I was a bit gagged. The first couple sentences are, her beard is bloody. She stands on the edge of the forest. Beside her lies a dead ram, his neck gaping open, red in the snow. Yes, please. This is actually the story, the true story of the first woman in Ireland to be condemned as a witch. It's taking place in the 13th century. Our main character's name is Alice. And I think it's a coming of age over the spans of her life. We're gonna learn about her parents. Her mother is withering under the constraints of family responsibilities. Her father has a business, and somehow Alice is able to absolutely transform it and make a bunch of money. But then she ends up having 4 husbands, and people start looking at her weird because all of her previous husbands drop dead. What I'm interested in, that's not in the synopsis, is that in this first little section, the preface, there's talk of animals and the power that animals have, and she starts turning gold. I have no idea what's going on, and I need to know. I simply need to know. Before I can dive into this though, today is Sunday, and my main goal today is to finish editing this vlog. Hopefully it's already up because I'm pointing to it. I think it's gonna take me all day, so wish me luck.
And here we have a man reading in the wild. Isn't he beautiful? Look at that concentration. Oh my god. I hope he doesn't bite.
Alright, it is 5:51 and I've just finished like the preliminary edit. I got it down from 1 hour 44 minutes to 43 minutes. It's a long vlog. I don't like putting vlogs up this long because no one gives a fuck. I don't want to test anyone's patience, but like, I can't cut anything out of here. It's crazy that this truly has taken me all day, but it's been lovely because this is the first weekend in like a month I haven't had to work, and I would so much rather be doing this than doing math on the weekend. Ew. So I got new curtains and I also got new curtain rods. The curtains were kind of expensive, so I went cheapo on the curtain rods. Big mistake, maybe, because they just got here. This is the size of the package and there's 6 pieces that you have to screw together to make like a whole curtain rod. I feel like that can't be what I wanted. I don't know. I guess we'll try it out. We'll see. I'm about to have my first ever burrito, which sounds insane, but I am a quesadilla girly. But really, what is a burrito if not an advanced quesadilla? So, this has gotta be documented. Also, it just feels right. It feels right in my hand. Okay. I got the home wrecker burrito. I bet it's gonna wreck something. With black beans, seasoned rice, steak, lettuce, shredded cheese, sour cream, guacamole, and queso on the side, of course. So, let's do this. She's sensational. How do you even... I feel like maybe I don't want to show me eating this. As for my book, I've read 10 pages. I'm hopefully gonna finish this after work today. Okay, this is obscene. I gotta go. Can't change my up to down. Can't send the note to sorrow. I got the audiobook for Bright I Burn. I can't tell if you can see this, but I have to start all over again because I was not taking in any information. Let's try that again. Got just one life ahead of me and I can't lose ground. There ain't no time to live in these and get lost in sound. So many voices fill the air around me, but I think clearly. I'm having ice cream for dinner and no one's allowed to judge me, okay? Let's talk about this. I've only read like 56 pages, which does not seem right. I feel like I've been listening to this forever, but a lot has happened. A lot of time has passed. Our main character's name is Alice. Her mother is dead and she witnessed it happen, I think when she was like 9, and she's so sure that her dad is responsible. So for like her whole preteen and teen years, can you even see me? Is this in focus? Hold on. She hates her dad. She has a BFF named, I think, Roger, and I think she's got a big old crush on him. Something happens, her dad dies. Again, this is within maybe the first 20 pages, so not really a spoiler. And she decides to marry Roger's brother. Messy, messy, messy. I think her motivation is just to like combine finances, so it's like a political thing, but also I think she wants to piss Roger off because he doesn't want to be with her. And you know what? I get it, girl. So this character, she thinks she's hot shit, She's a teenager. We've all been there before. She acts like she's hot shit, but she also is hot shit. Literally every man who passes her in the street is like, will you marry me? And she's like, no, ew. As if. But lo and behold, I think the irony of the universe is that her new husband wants nothing to do with her body. She doesn't like that. And so she's kind of miserable. In between these chapters, there are townspeople or like servants of her estate talking, and it's out of context, just dialogue. Some of them are really funny. The inn's kitchen is talking about the master of the house, her husband who doesn't want to have sex with her. This lady's like, here's what you do if you're in that situation. Get a live fish. I find a lamprey to be a good size, but you may prefer a brown trout. Insert the chosen fish alive inside of yourself. Let it wriggle around for your pleasure until dead. Quit your laughing. That's what it says. Once dead, take it to the kitchen and cook it in the way your husband likes his fish. Once he's eaten it, he'll be more virile than you could ever imagine. Wow. Wow. Ow. Ow, ow. And then literally 2 pages later, people are talking at the market, and some people think that our girl is pregnant, and they're like, she's with child. I doubt it's her husband's. My bet is it's the brother's. Then the next person says she'd never risk losing her coin and her life for a pounding by the brother. And the last person says, a good pounding is worth dying for. LOL. This is my favorite part so far, to be honest. There's a sexy sounding monk. Well, he sounds like he might be an asshole, but he's clearly turning our girl on, so that's gonna be a fun mess to get into. Yeah. It's good. It's fine right now. I haven't been concentrating as closely as I should have probably, so I'm gonna eat my ice cream and I'm gonna dive back in. Let's go. Oh, before I do that, I've been talking about a smell in the new place, and I took the curtains off right here. I smelled those curtains, like the back of them. It smells like burnt hair or like burnt plastic, and I think these are just really old curtains and the sun has been pounding them for years. So yeah, they smell. I can't wait to get them out of the house. I'm gonna put them in our storage unit so that when we move I can just put them right back up and be like, here are your smelly curtains back. I only decided to do one just because I didn't want to annoy my neighbors. It was just about the time where everyone was coming home from work, so maybe on my lunch break tomorrow I will do another. We'll see. It'll all be done by the end of this video though. That's nice. Oh my gosh, I have M&Ms. Maybe I should put them on my ice cream. That's always sounds like a good idea, but when M&Ms get cold, they could literally break my teeth, so never mind. All right, I just got to the halfway mark, page 127. So much has happened, like the time jumps and the rate at which things are happening is just crazy. It does say in the synopsis that she has 4 husbands and 3 previously had died. I kind of wish we didn't know that because she's on husband number 2 right now. And like things are going well, except for the fact that I really don't like Alice. And I had hinted that before and I thought I was just being rude. And I kept wanting to like her because hello, she's a witch. Or she's accused of being a witch, which means she's probably just a loud woman. And so of course I want to love her because like automatically it's the default in my blood. But she is now like an evil stepmother, and I'm wondering if this is like the root of all the wicked stepmothers and like fairy tales and things like that, because damn, she just got this man to write all of his daughters out of his will and they've been together for like a week. Wow. My favorite part so far is not even about Alice or the story. It's a little short story that was in the book. It's only 2 pages and it's called The Tale of the Coin. It's in the perspective of a coin from birth till, I don't know, they're old. And it was just so lovely and depressing, but well written. I think the rest of the story, I'm just gonna be in it for the drama. Like I wanna know what happens. Right now it's sitting at like a 3.5. It's fine. It's good. I'm intrigued, but like I don't care that much. Sorry.
At the end of my bed, in the palm tree lightning, it was nothing you did, I just felt my low lightning. Now we talk all the time, it's a little one-sided, always one step ahead, and I'm running behind you, I'm befriended.
Oh my gosh, I just inhaled that guacamole. It was so good. There's something just so satisfying that when you're warm and in a warm place and you have like a cold thing to eat, there's something heavenly about that experience. Anyway, I'm now on page 150. Alice is on to her third husband. Good for her. And besides her turning a man against his daughters, I do truly see the adoration of Alice. Like, I adore her. I don't think that sentence made sense. I'm sorry. Because she is just an unapologetic horny bitch and I love it. But also I love the way she talks about humans acting like animals. That's just something I love in fiction, but I also love the idea of it because sometimes I just like to think about it. And like, we're all walking around in the grocery store and it's like, I'm a literal animal and we're all just being nice to each other. Like, good for us. We're wonderful. But also like, I could pee right here if I wanted to. But she uses animalistic stuff a lot in sexual situations. Like a wolf staring at her is like a creepy man, but also like a man that she wants to be creepy with. So I do love that this writing is very animalistic. I don't even know what that is theme wise, but it's something I adore in fiction. The biggest example that comes to mind is When the Tiger Came Down the Mountain by Nevo. This is the second book in the something cycle, the Singing Hills cycle. This book is everything to me, this novella. Just wanted to tell you that. Okay, moving on. I am forcing myself to finish this tonight. I am going to the gym in like an hour and I kind of just want to bring my book. Is that weird? Whatever. I'm going to be that bitch in the gym reading. And then I also signed up for a yoga class. Do I want to be that bitch who brings a book into her yoga class? I don't know if I want to do that because it's like I'm not actively reading. So then it just looks like I'm pretentious. I don't know. I think I'm thinking about this too much because no one actually cares. Oh, my battery's dying. Bye. Y'all, that was the best yoga class I've ever taken. That was amazing. Before class though, I did finish this via audiobook. I was too chicken to bring the thing actually in. The ending was inevitable, but it was also interesting. I do find Alice to be a fascinating character, but also like based on a real woman, which is insane. Actually, it's not. It's just it's literally from her teenage years up until maybe she's 60 years old, something around there. We get every high and low of her life. It's very autobiographical in that way, but sadly enough, I didn't like anchor myself into her character too much because it is a short book for such a vast spans of time. And so even though I got taste of her because she has one of the strongest personalities I've ever read, I didn't quite attach myself to her, which is not like her duty, but also it's a book, so it kind of is. But I do empathize with her and her bad choices, or the choices that I was like, girl, what are you doing? They're still interesting and kind of fun, sadly enough, to read. It was a tragic but full life, especially for a woman in that time, which is probably why they thought she was a witch. Men, I tell you, I'm sorry, but like, that's the crux of this story. Like, evil men, okay. It's so interesting that my favorite part of this was the short story, The Tale of the Coin. And like all through this book, we talk about coins. They're just mentioned offhand. Alice will sometimes just put her hands in them. She's a banker, so like money and wealth are very important to her, especially since she's sort of an entrepreneur. Hold on, my camera's blinking crazy. Right now, I'm feeling a 3.75, and it's one of those books where over time, it's either gonna go sit at a 3.5 or it's gonna soar up to a 4. And I really can't tell, because sometimes books are growers, not showers. I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled to Bellatrix doing a live show. I haven't paid attention to them too much, except like occasionally looking at what the book of the month is. So I kind of forget at this point like what they do for the book discussion. However, I'm ready for something thrilling. This is the Book Troops pick for September. I cannot wait to read this. I've been hearing, well, I think I've heard mostly positive things about this book, but I heard someone else say that they heard bad things about the book. So I don't know. We're gonna find out. This book, the first chapter kind of sets things up. We have a couple who just got this house, a couple of lesbians actually. One of them isn't home and one of them is. She hears a knock at the door. It's a family. It's a mom, a dad, and 3 kids. 2 boys, 1 girl, if you're curious. And they're like, hey, the dad says he used to live there and he wants to show his kids around. Our main character's so funny. She's like, oh, well, I don't know. And she doesn't want to say yes, but she's a people pleaser, so she can't not say yes. So she calls up her wife. She's ready for her wife to be the bad guy and be like, no. Because they live in a very remote place. The woman like who owns the house can't even see their car, which is like weird because I think it's also very cold. But her wife doesn't answer the phone. So she pretends that the wife says no, which is so funny. She's like, no, it's not a good time, my wife said. So they start to leave and the little girl looks like she's about to sob. So our main character, I don't know her name, Eve, she says, okay, it's only gonna take 15 minutes, which is what the dad said. He's like, yeah, absolutely. And she says that they can do it. What happens, according to the synopsis, is that as soon as the strangers enter the home, uncanny and inexplicable things start happening, including the family's youngest child going missing, I think that's a little girl, and a ghostly presence materializing in the basement. Even weirder, believe it or not, the family can't seem to take the hint that their visit should be over. That is actually a horror. Like, that's the horror novel. I don't care if any ghostly things are happening. A family that will not leave your house. That's worse than cockroaches, to be honest. And when Charlie, our wife who we haven't even met yet, suddenly vanishes, Eve slowly loses her grip on reality. Something is terribly wrong with the house and with the visiting family. Or is Eve just imagining things? There's gonna be a lot going on. Lots of questions. This is like a Reddit hit. It also says Get Out meets Parasite, two very, very, like, amazing movies. Oh, and soon to be a motion picture itself. So this is exciting. Apparently there's like a mystery just in the text. There's like Morse code on the ends of some pages and you're supposed to figure it out. So I think I will be trying to do that. That sounds really fun. All right, I read another chapter and another little like advert for the home that ends in a Morse code. So far we have 2 words, old and then man. Old man. I have to say though, just 2 chapters in, this is creeping me out. I don't know, maybe if it's night or I just noticed that the blinds are a little bit open. But the families in there, they actually seem pretty normal. But like I know where this is going to like a not normal place, so I'm looking out for clues. They have some weird obsession with the basement. There's like a dumbwaiter that's been sealed off and they seem very shocked and almost distressed by this fact. Just as they're about to leave, they look at the basement and they're like, oh, can we go down there? She had just locked the door because the dog saw something on the basement door. When a dog starts acting weird, you know things are happening. And she finally says, you know, we got like stuff down there, we can't really do it. And they're like, no, we don't mind. Like they clearly need to go in the basement. I'm thinking like, oh my God, there's someone in that basement that they need to get out. Can you imagine? And now they've created a diversion. They're not leaving. I'm stressed and I'm scared. I'm scared for this dog. I'm scared that Eve is all alone. I need Charlie to come home and I need to find out what's in that basement. But like, ooh, I'm a little worried. One of the funniest things so far though is that Eve has an inner voice that she is named Mo. And it's like a little cymbal crashing monkey that she pictures in her head. Impulsive thoughts that she has, it's not her thinking them. She puts it on to Mo. And so Mo says at one point in her head, this family is a part of a demonic death cult and they're coming back here to finish some kind of ritual. And then Eve ignores Mo. But Mo seems like she might be onto something. Today did not start out well. I feel like I'm a pretty positive person, but it was like a crazy PMS day. I got about an hour and a half of sleep last night. My insomnia goes crazy when I'm PMSing. And then work, just, oh my God. My job is not hard, but it is boring. And when you have no sleep, it's like, ugh. And then I keep bitching about the heat and having no AC, which is so dumb because it's like 84 degrees here. And I'm from South Florida and that's basically winter. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I tell you what, being inside an 84 degree home while having hot flashes, that is a new type of hell. It's been the first time I've had them since being here. I am a weakling. I literally started crying at one point, which is so, like, the hormones are clearly trying to possess me like a demon, but I am fighting through and I'm in a great mood right now, mostly because this book is so, like, readable. Also, I had some sweet tea and we went to the library. I gotta show you all the library books I got, but I am now halfway through this book. We used to live here and I can't put it down. I love that there's like these secret messages. It is creepy. And you know what's funny is that me finding out the secret messages, the way I'm writing it down, because I'm putting it like directly beneath the Morse code, it looks so creepy. It looks like a demonic child wrote this. It's so fun. I have so many theories and they are ranging from completely explainable and contemporary to, oh my god, these are like fairies. I don't know. I really want it to be like a mix of the two, but I have no idea. I'm not going to tell you the messages we've gotten so far, but we have gotten a complete sentence, and then right after we got that, we saw the sentence sort of make sense. So I'm wondering if that's going to be the theme here or if it's going to be one long thing. I don't know. It's really fun though, the interactiveness. And I feel like maybe if this were written by anonymous, I would assume it was Taylor Swift, because there's even a few like mixed media elements where there's capital letters, which is like Miss Swift's signature sign for like Easter eggs. And I'm having so much fun. It's one of my favorite things about Taylor Swift is her secret codes and things like that. And this is like itching that part of my brain. But yeah, I have no idea what's happening here. I like all the theories I'm coming up with, and I like that I can't really like figure it out. Oh, I love being bamboozled. Also, our character has now lost her phone. Something creepy happened at night. She's gone out to the neighbor, and I don't know if it's just her house that is seeing these weird things happen. Charlie did come home for a little bit, and the immediate ease both Eve and I felt at her partner coming home, I was like, okay, Eve is no longer alone, but as it shows in the synopsis, she is now gone. I don't know if this is where she goes missing like it says, but I want her back. I need the pack to come together. I'm not gonna be able to... Oh, that was so awkward. Guys, my worst fear just happened. I just got another hot flash because of it. I need to stop talking immediately. All right, Grant made me some pasta. What a kind young man. Sorry about how that last clip ended. That was really awkward and my ego may never recover. I was just vlogging and the dude comes down and he just happens to walk his dog right in front of my window. We made eye contact and then he looked right at my camera because it's huge and weird looking, no offense. And I died a little. A little of my soul escaped me. Didn't even like die. It fled from my being because it was so embarrassed and I may never find it again. We're gonna have to recover and I need to get over myself. I know. Anyway, something helping me though is that this book is so good. Like, I talked to Grant about it for like 30 minutes straight. I was telling him all the secret messages, every plot point. I cannot wait to see this movie. It had me scared to put my feet on the ground. Books don't usually do that for me. Actually, that's happened maybe once and it didn't last this long into the book. I have so many more theories, but they're all like ranging from real to fantastical and I can't wait to know what's happening. And also, I don't want this book to end, even though it's very frustrating because these people won't leave the fucking house. Also, people are now gaslighting Eve, but at the same time we're like, Eve, are you good? And I refuse to doubt Eve. I trust her, but also one of my theories, I don't know. I trust that Eve is scared and I hate that. So I will be finishing this tonight. I don't care how late I have to stay up. My insomnia is like waking back up right now. But yeah, this is so fucking good. I can't see me not rating it 5 stars right now, but that could change. Because sometimes when things are so wild and like so crazy, they have to be resolved. And sometimes the chaos was just too big to be resolved. You know what I mean? Maybe it'll be an ambiguous ending. I feel like those kind of endings are the best for stories that are this out of pocket. We'll see. This is so exciting. I love getting to a book like this where I'm like dying to flip the page. This is some good shit. Gabby, thank you for picking this book. Gabby has released a vlog on her Patreon reading this book with full spoilers. I cannot wait to watch it, but like maybe she hated this. But you know what? Gabby, thank you anyway for picking it because I am enjoying the fuck out of it. Oh my gosh, this book has me translating Norwegian. Like what? This is so fun. Guys, this is so scary. Not the basement. Okay, I just finished it. I don't know what to think. I feel like it can't be a 5-star now, but I loved so much of it that I'm gonna have to give it 4.5. I think. I'm gonna have to get back to you. I just went through a lot. I'm so dramatic. I think I'm disappointed because it went from scary and I was so lost in the story, like so sucked in, and then it started feeling like a book. It started feeling like I could imagine the author connecting all these dots and writing the ending, and that kind of took me out of it. I don't even know how to explain that, but yeah, I was taken out of the reality. Hi, I'm hiding in my kitchen like the coward I am, but I'm about to start The Hypocrite by Joe Hamya, and I just read the synopsis for like the first time, and I was not expecting what was there because based on the first chapter, it was like a mom, dad, daughter at the beach. I don't know, there seemed to be some sort of tension between them. I think I rated this like the lowest of the 3 first chapters that I read because it was like nothing really happened to get my intrigue. There was some cool, interesting writing though. Like there was action, and then in parentheses, it was like telling how the father or the mother was feeling, which I thought was pretty cool. But then I was put off because there were a couple words in here I've never even seen before. Desultorily. No idea what that means. But the actual book is a play. Like the entire thing is a play. But I think maybe it will actually go into flashbacks of what this play is based on. So this young woman named Sophia has created this play, and her dad, who's a novelist, who I think is not doing great in the public eye right now, goes to the show. I think this is the night he goes, and turns out the play is about him. It centers around a vacation the two of them took years earlier to an island off Sicily where he dictated to her a new book. So there's going to be some daddy issues in here. There's going to be some interesting family dynamics, but also I'm ready for this to be creatively written, which is something I can really depend on this book club for, based on the 2 other books I've read so far from the club. So yeah, I'm going to dive right in. Hopefully it's not too smart for me, and hopefully it is going to be great.
We've been working all day, let's kick back and take a little break. The sunset is shining its light on you again. Down low, tell me everything. Highs, lows, and in betweens. You're in slow motion like a movie scene. So beautiful, and I know everything is right where it should be. We're in the kitchen eating rolling. We got a candle at the table set for 2. I love our little apartment, 'cause it's making me feel so close to you. And now I'm taking a picture.
Yo, I gotta be honest, this book keeps putting me to sleep. I'm now on page 50. Right after work, I read 10 pages, literally fell asleep. And then on our little park adventure, I read, I don't even know. I was like, do I have to DNF this? Because I'm waiting for this play to start. I don't know why she'd be putting on this play about her dad, ask her dad to show up, and not give him any warning. Like, that's juicy stuff. So I kept waiting for it to like start, and it was chapter after chapter of him looking around and so much description, which I'm sure some people love. I was getting so impatient. It was like every time I flipped the page to a new chapter, I thought it was gonna be like, and then the lights went down. But it was no. He looked around him at all the women in their masks, because of course they cannot stop mentioning the pandemic, which is just one of my pet peeves right now since the pandemic. I think I need like another 5 years before that becomes interesting or nostalgic. And then at the beginning of the next chapter, it's like, he went out and got a drink. Next chapter, someone came by and showed him around. Next chapter, he looked at the playbill. I don't give a fuck. It was so much description and I just was not in the mood, I guess. But also a lot of it didn't seem to be important, or that it would in some way bring back to the character of the father. We have gotten a little bit more information.
Oh, are you filming?
Yeah. Did you need something?
I just wanted to come give you a kiss.
Aww.
Love you.
Love you.
You're still holding your book up.
Anyway, the play eventually started, and I am still curious because I kind of feel bad for him. It seems like he really cares about his daughter. She seems to really care about him. Obviously, I don't know what he's done to upset her, because he must have done something for her not to give him any warning. The stage lights up, and it's someone wearing his shirt, like acting as him, starts having sex with a girl. And the dad just like, oh, okay. Oh, so yeah, I am curious, but also there's a cringe happening because, I mean, this would be cringy if she was a teenager and doing this and not giving him any warning, but I think she's a grown woman now. That just seems so cruel. And on the back here, it says, oh, the author of One Day, that it's sharp, witty, and astute about parents and children, but never cruel. It's already cruel. Like, I'm in pain a little bit. But right now, I just tried to read 10 more pages and my eyes started, I don't know about this one. So I'm just going to maybe not read for the rest of the night, watch Gilmore Girls, eat some cookies, and sit in front of my fan. I'll see you tomorrow. I look like the whitest trash you've ever seen. I'm on my lunch break. I've skimmed a few more pages of this book. I'm gonna set it down. It's a softie enough. If you've read this and it's amazing, please let me know. It's too boring and stressful at the same time. Two emotions I don't like, and that combo almost seems like a oxymoron or something. It seems like it would negate each other, but it doesn't. It just, I don't know, this is for me. So I'm not going to torture myself. It does put a little dink in my plans though, because I don't think I'm going to be getting to God of the Woods in this video, based on the fact that I've already started to forget details from the first book I read in this video, and because I'm going on a live show for that next weekend, I want like the things fresh in my mind. So I don't think I'm going to start that until like next Friday. But we still have 2 days left of this weekly vlog. So I went online, I was searching popular book clubs. We have like Reese's book club and then Jenna's book club from the Today Show. I looked at Reese's, was going to look more into the books, and then I saw the September choice for Jenna's book club, and I just happened to have the book, baby. I have never paid attention to Jenna's book club, but I have heard good things about it. I went and looked at all of the options. I've only read 4 of all of the books that have been in the book club, but all of them I've given 4.25 and above. So I think I'm gonna go with Blue Sisters by Coco Mellers. This is so exciting. This is so exciting. This is the author of, hold on, Cleopatra and Frankenstein, and so I thought I was going to read this first because it was published first and my brain likes that, but we're gonna hop right in. I believe this is about 4 sisters and one of them has died. I read the synopsis on camera and almost cried, but I also hear, because I saw a snippet of the author talking about addiction, so I think there's conversations about that in here, which is something I'm very interested in reading about. I know this is gonna make me cry, and honestly, I need a good cry, so it's gonna happen. I'm gonna go eat something, get back to work, and then we're gonna read this book. Guys, I watched 30 minutes of Inside Out 2. I cannot do it. This is scary. I just can't see Riley fucking up like this. I cannot deal with it. So I think I sound so dumb. This is gonna be a movie I have to watch in like 20-minute increments. I just can't do it all at once. It's too much. Ugh. Back to reading. It is much later. I'm now on page 56 of Blue Sisters. Also, their last name is Blue, so that makes sense. But also, they're kind of blue. I feel bad stopping where I did because we're getting each sister, like, of the ones who are still alive's perspective. And I stopped reading, like, right at the beginning of the third sister, but I already feel like I know her because she's featured a little bit in the first two. I am a fan of this already because it is so Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants feeling, but like the fifth book for many reasons. Most of all, these are grown women, late 20s, early 30s. And though these girls, and in the Sisterhood of Traveling Pants book 5, they're not as close as they used to be to one another. And they're all sort of flailing. And then we get like one chapter of each other. And we get flashbacks with each of them. We're getting little sprinkles of information on the sister who died, whose name was Nikki. And it's almost a mystery. They're hinting at certain things of how she had died. It's very vague, but it seems like something really tragic happened. I mean, she was like 20 something, like 27, I don't know. The younger sister's name is Lucky. We got her chapter first, and she is in her like 26th year of life. She's a very successful model in Paris, drinking, doing drugs, yikes. Flashbacks to my Florida days. Then we got Bonnie. I think Bonnie might be my favorite. She's a boxer, or she was a boxer, but she quit after the thing happened with her sister. But also there's like a secret love story there. Not love. She had a trainer who was like in his 30s. She was like kid. I don't know. It seems weird, but also it was unrequited. Like he never acted on it, but she just was in love with him. And it wasn't even like necessarily sexual the way she was explaining it. She just really like, that was her person who was there for her all of the time. We got a lot of background on their parents and their childhood, which did not seem great. I feel like Bonnie's chapter revealed a lot more about their family and about the other characters, as well as Bonnie herself, as well as the mystery of what happened to Nikki, than Lucky, the model's chapter did. Maybe it was because I had just watched a little bit of Inside Out too, but Lucky's chapter stressed me out. The good thing about it being so hot in here is that my ice cream melts so fast. I love melted ice cream. Ice cream soup, that's where it's at. As you may have seen, I finally got a new air filter for the little AC unit back here. I took out the old one, and the evaporator behind this filter, so gross, so damaged. Like the gills or whatever it's called were bent. There's rust on it, like nasty. I don't even know how much or how many years of dust and grossness has gone into that, but I just emailed our property manager, so we'll see if they will do anything about it. I don't want to say this yet because she might just jump to this and be like, yeah, okay. But I would put a few $100s down and get a new one because it smells so gross. And also it's still not really cooling. It's like cooling, but the thermostat suddenly says it's like 71 degrees in here and it's still 84 degrees. So then it'll stop blowing cold air. Yeah, that's great. For some reason, when we moved in here, I was like, you know what? It's not gonna be a big deal. We'll just live without it. But we shouldn't have to, right? We're renting the place. If the actual AC unit was broken, like in the vent system, I would be asking the landlord about it. So this is kind of the same thing. I need to get, again, over it. I'm at the point in the weekly vlog that I am starting to wonder like how this is going to turn out because I'm talking about my air unit. Tomorrow things are going to get a little bit more lively. Not really, but we are going to go fishing. Well, Grant and our friends are going to go fishing. I'm going to sit on my ass and read my book, but we'll hopefully get to see some nice nature. There's a lot of sea turtles that go to this park that we're going to go to, and lots of people with dogs, so that is gonna be fun.
Take
I was just in the middle of talking and my camera like shut off, shut back on and said damage to the memory card. Oh, that's not good. That can't be good. I'm gonna talk like it didn't mean anything. I'm here to end the vlog. Today's been eventful. Not really. We went to the beach with our friends. I had a little scuffle with the rocks. At one point the umbrella went flying into the water, like where the rocks are, and I felt the heroic need to jump into the water. Everything was going well. I saved the umbrella. I looked like, you know, a mermaid. But then getting out the rocks, like I had to like climb up. It did not end well for me. And then a wave crashed into me. Baby girl was injured. Except it doesn't look so bad now. And it really isn't that bad. But I was bleeding like I don't even know what. It looked like I was in a horror movie because the blood was just dripping down to my feet. And, I mean, I felt kind of cool, but I was also very embarrassed that I don't know. I'm just embarrassed when I hurt myself and people are looking at me. Anyway, I was expecting to finish Blue Sisters at the beach. Whoa. But I never read too much when I go to the beach. But I always bring like 2 books just in case. I read about 30 pages at the beach, but it was 30 pages that I very much enjoyed. And when I got home, like after we hung out, we went out to dinner, took a shower. I've only been reading for the past hour or so and it's 9 p.m. But I'm really, really liking the sort of consistent feeling this is giving me because I can expect to go from one sister to the next and it's very comforting. Bonnie, as a character, I don't know what it is. Bonnie just feels comforting to me. I love Bonnie. The other 2 are stressing me the fuck out. I'm just so worried about both of them. I know Bonnie's gonna get her shit together. I know they all are when they get together. I think at this point, Bonnie's heading toward New York City, and I think the other 2 are going to join her because that's in the synopsis. It's crazy that I'm like a third of the way through this and they haven't gotten together yet. I still have 2 days of the month left. I have a couple things I'm in the middle of I want to finish. So I'm really hoping I can finish this. But alas, it's not going to be a part of this vlog because this is the final day. The last couple days, whenever I do a video this long, I'm always like, no, we can't run this shit. It's too long. I can't do it. The thought of editing this is giving me anxiety. But I know it's going to be fun as I'm doing it, and the final product I think will be great. I am very glad that I filmed this though because it definitely helped me read more after work. I finished 2 whole books. For those of you that are just skipping to this part, I'm giving this 3.5. Bright Eye Burn by Molly Aitken. We used to live here. I think this is getting a 4.75 because I just cannot forget how thrilling this truly was. And now I get why they're called thrillers because I was scared. Like I was covering the pages because I was trying not to spoil myself, but also like I was truly frightened, but also having so much fun. And this was so interactive. Maybe I should give it a 5. I'm gonna think about it. This was so much fun. Okay. Gabby, I think you won this video, by the way. I did DNF the Hypocrite, but I do love Tea Time Pictures, Dakota Johnson's book club. I like that the author themselves talks to the book club. They have like a broadcast channel on their Instagram, and throughout the whole month, the author relays information about the writing process and different things that were inspiring. So I think that's really cool. And I obviously will be keeping an eye out on further books for this book club. And then Blue Sisters. I feel like this is gonna be a 4-star no matter what, and it could definitely turn into something higher. It's very comforting, but also tragic, I'm sure. It already is tragic because one of the sisters has passed away, but yikes. So yeah, a lot of different emotions, a lot of different sides of my reading personality. I'm ready for a romance. The last couple videos, no real romance has happened and I need it. I need a smutty little time. Gabby's live show has moved to this coming Friday, which is the 4th of October. So if you read this book in time, I will see you in the comment section because I definitely want to like check in and watch. And then next Sunday, the 6th, I will be going on live for this book club discussion. I can't wait. I think I'll just be doing an individual reading vlog for this book. Hopefully it's amazing. It's a 5-star prediction. I think I'm ready for this vlog to end, so let me know if you've read any of these books, and I hope your reading month has gone well. Let me know what's your favorite book of the month so far, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.